In this video we are going to do a deep dive of the Raiju in Phasmophobia. I'm going to show you all the abilities of this ghost, and I'm also going to show you practical examples on how you can figure out this ghost on Nightmare. This is just one of many videos I'm going to upload about the ghosts. If you want to check out all of them, I'm going to link the playlist in the top right corner. The current description of the Raiju says the following. A Raiju is a demon that thrives on electrical current. While generally calm, they can become agitated when overwhelmed with power. Strength: a Raiju can siphon power from nearby electrical devices, making it move faster. Weakness: Raijus are constantly disrupting electronic equipment when attacking, making it easier to track. And the evidence you need is EMF level 5, ghost orbs and dots projector. The Raiju is an early hunter that can hunt at 65% average team sanity. It can only hunt at that sanity though if there's active electrical equipment around. And it doesn't matter if it's on the ground or in your hand, if it's activated and you are near the ghost, it can hunt at 65%. However, if you don't have any electrical equipment that is active around the ghost, it will normally hunt at 50% average team sanity. There are some exceptions that don't trigger an early hunt, and those are the following. The head-mounted camera does not affect this ghost in any shape or form. Video cameras and photo cameras are not affecting the ghost if you throw them on the ground or have them in your inventory. Sound and motion sensors and dots projectors also don't affect this ghost if you're throwing them on the ground or holding them in your hand or in your inventory. The only item in your inventory that will affect this ghost is your flashlight if it's turned on. Electrical devices that are not brought in from the truck, such as building lights, fuse box, fans or CCTV, are not affecting this ghost. The Raiju's strength is relatively easy to understand, while the weakness can be confusing. The Raiju will hunt at normal speed of 1.7 meters per second if there's no electrical device around. And this looks and sounds like this here. As soon as the Raiju comes within reach of electrical equipment, it will instantly speed up to 2.5 meters per second. The range where this happens depends on the map size. It happens within 6 meters on small maps, 8 meters on medium maps and 10 meters on large maps. The safe approach to test this is by listening to the footsteps during a hunt without electrical equipment and one with. If you love danger, you can also do it during a hunt by turning on your equipment. Here are some tests I made where you can clearly hear the speed ups. Keep in mind that you should always stay crouched when doing these tests, so you're not in line of sight of this ghost. This will help you a lot in getting away from the ghost, but there's also something else you need to worry about. Even though this ghost can instantly speed up, it can also speed up in line of sight over time. The game determines the maximum speed of a ghost always by taking the minimum speed and multiplying it by 1.65. So the base speed is 1.7 meters per second multiplied by 1.65 equals 2.805 meters per second. So this ghost can actually get faster than 2.5 meters per second. I tested this by turning up my player speed to 150% speed and looping the ghost around the table. Watch this footage here and see if you notice something. Funny enough, the Raiju can only reach its max speed if you're turning off your equipment. If the ghost is at max speed and you turn on your equipment, it will instantly slow down to 2.5 meters per second. Let's talk about the weakness of the Raiju. Unfortunately, the weakness of the Raiju doesn't make it easier to identify this ghost. In fact, it will confuse you with a yokai or myling. Just a small recap, your lights are normally flickering at 10 meters range. The ghosts will be able to track you down at 9 meters for voice recognition and 7.5 meters for electronics. So if you trigger a ghost within those ranges, it will set a waypoint on top of you and come to you. 9 meters is exactly the distance your player can run until he is exhausted. With a Raiju, your equipment might flicker, but the ghost won't come. So you might confuse it with a yokai, since a yokai only has a 2.5 meters sensing range. You also might confuse it with a myling because the footsteps are barely fading in when the flickering starts. The reason for that is relatively simple. The Raiju affects equipment or building lights at a 15 meter range instead of 10 meters. The way you can figure out the Raiju with that information is by measuring the distance to a reference point. That reference point could be an object in the game world or just a wall. Just try to stay 12 or 13 meters away from that reference point and see if your equipment flickers. And if it does, you have a Raiju at your hand. Let me know in the comments if this guide was helpful or if you have any other questions. Thank you guys for watching and we see us in the next one. Oh, all these patrons. Thank you so much guys for your support. Mwah. Big schmouts.